Gotmark76 this week, 1990.
Welcome to World Championship Wrestling. I'm your host, Gotmark76. We have a great show lined up for you today. We start off here with the masked team of Doom as they take on George South and Bob Cook. We will also see the Horsemen in action as Nature Boy Ric Flair, the World Heavyweight Champion, and Sting team up. Cactus Jack and the Z-Man go at it in our main event for the United States Heavyweight Championship. The total package Lex Luger defends against Flyin Brian as George South with a neck breaker on Doom. Let's call him Doom number 1. An elbow drop. Another elbow drop by George South. Lines him up in a third elbow drop down. Number 4. Could this be an upset? Could Doom be heading to a upset loss here at the hands of George South and Bob Cook? South stopping away. Doom number 1 in trouble. Oh, and takes South up and over. And now Doom number 1. Oh, a reversal by South. In the corner, oh, I think he was going to make a tag, and Doom number 1 prevented that from happening. Oh, and shoves George South down. And a tag, and here comes Doom number 2. And Doom number 2 with a series of left hands on the forehead of George South. And Doom is making their way up the rankings in World Tag Team title contention. They have found themselves challenging the Steiner brothers. But a big announcement coming up about Clash of the Champions in February. And I'm sure Doom is looking to have a World Tag Team title opportunity. As Doom number 2 with a knee to the side of George South. I mentioned at the top of the program, the main event, the United States Heavyweight Champion Lex Luger defends against Flyin Brian Pillman. Our TV main event here at World Championship Wrestling as George South makes the tag, and here comes Bob Cook, who was met with a big right hand. The Horsemen are in action. And Sting and Ric Flair will be teaming up for the first time since Sting has become an official member of the Horsemen. And a big clothesline takes Bob Cook down. Doom number 2 in control. Picks up Bob Cook, has him on his shoulder, and a power slam down to the mat. And you can count the 20. Bob Cook not getting up from that, and your winners, Doom. And here are some highlights from earlier in the contest. This match, relatively easy for Doom to get the victory here over Bob Cook and George South. But don't go away, our following contest will be Cactus Jack Manson taking on the Z-Man. We'll be right back after this quick timeout. And welcome back to World Championship Wrestling as Sting and Ric Flair take on the team of Wild Bill Irwin and Pat Rose. And this is the first time Sting and Flair have teamed since Sting has become an official member of the Four Horsemen. As Sting fires away on Wild Bill Irwin, has him up in the corner and a series of right hands on the side of the head of Wild Bill Irwin, who's had enough and shoves Sting down. Sting charges as an elbow, has Wild Bill reeling. Into the ropes goes Wild Bill, up and down, face first to the mat. Goes Wild Bill Irwin as Flair cheers on in the background. Sting with a big right hand takes care of Pat Rose. Sting, the newest member of the Four Horsemen, and there have been many incarnations of the Horsemen throughout the years, but I guarantee you none have been as powerful or as strong as Sting being in that unit. He adds a dynamic that many others cannot. A double team maneuver, beautiful move by Sting with a big boot to the head, and Irwin makes the tag. Flair celebrating a little prematurely there, but Pat Rose with a clothesline takes Flair down, but Flair slaps Rose. Rose chops Flair, and Flair chops Rose. Takes Rose down. And Flair drops the elbow. Another elbow by Flair. Pat Rose getting some shots in at the World Heavyweight Champion. Flair now going to work on the knee of Pat Rose, and down goes Rose. The total package, Lex Luger, who we will see in our main event, as Flair goes for the cover and lets Rose up. Lex Luger wants Ric Flair in that World Heavyweight title. As Flair with a series of chops, nails Wild Bill Irwin down to the mat. An elbow drop moved out of the way by Pat Rose. Nails Rose with a knee as Rose entered the ring. And Flair lining up Rose for that patented knee drop and nails it. Flair goes for the cover. He's done messing around now. 1, 2, and 3. And your winners, the Horsemen, Ric Flair and Sting, here on World Championship Wrestling. It was Sting who defeated Ric Flair in the Iron Man tournament to win the Iron Man tournament. And the NWA Championship Committee has major announcement in the next week or two regarding the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight title. Lex Luger thinks it deserves to be him. We were going to hear from the total package, but there are your winners, Ric Flair and Sting. Fans, let's go to some pre-recorded comments made by the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, the total package, Lex Luger. And welcome back to World Championship Wrestling. There you heard from the total package, Lex Luger, who of course will be defending that United States Heavyweight title in our main event coming up later on the program. As the Z-Man going to work on Cactus Jack Manson. What an enigma this Cactus Jack Manson is, as his one-loss record here in the NWA isn't that wonderful. Many of his losses coming in tag team action, but then he attacks his partner when he loses the matches. The Z-Man goes for cover on top of Cactus. And fans all across the wrestling world want to know, is this the year of the total package? Lex Luger says it is. He says he will defeat Ric Flair for the World Heavyweight title when given his next opportunity. And of course, that match could be coming to an arena near you as Cactus Jack fights off. The Z-Man picks up Cactus, and a scoop slam down to the mat goes Cactus Jack Manson. Now, it's one thing to contend for the World Heavyweight title, but Lex Luger is the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, and hot on his heels is Flyin Brian Pillman, who will have that opportunity later tonight. An elbow drop off the middle turnbuckle by Z-Man. Goes for the cover. Cactus is down. 1, 2, and a kick out of 2 by Cactus. Z-Man firing away on all cylinders. A high knee lift takes Cactus down. And the Z-Man entering a beautiful monkey flip out of the corner, entering that U.S. Tag Team title tournament with Flyin Brian Pillman as his partner. That tournament set to start within the next week or two. As the matchups are being finalized, Z-Man has a submission maneuver, and I for one happen to think that Cactus Jack finds that pleasurable. As Cactus with a beautiful belly-to-belly suplex, this guy can go. Just might be missing a few screws in the head. And now Cactus working the arm of the Z-Man, a brilliant maneuver going for the cover, one. And a kick out at one by the Z-Man. Cactus has the Z-Man up in a suplex down to the mat. Fans, you don't want to miss the Power Hour. This Friday night, 10:15 Eastern Standard Time, AA Arn Anderson will challenge the Great Muta for the World Television title. Z-Man with a beautiful neckbreaker. Picks up Cactus. Has him in a headlock. And a running bulldog. Down goes Cactus and Z-Man. Climbing to the top rope. Could it be that patented drop kick from the top? Cactus getting back to his feet. The Z-Man flies and nails that beautiful drop kick off the top rope. And here is a replay as the Z-Man catches Cactus Jack square in the jaw with that beautiful drop kick. And the Z-Man on top of Cactus Jack. 2 and 3. And your winner, the Z-Man, in this matchup on World Championship Wrestling. Let's take a look at some of the highlights during this contest, as it was a back and forth match. Z-Man pulling out the victory with that beautiful drop kick off the top rope. And Cactus Jack going to the back, a little upset with himself, shaking his head and questioning himself. But the Z-Man looking to build momentum towards that U.S. Tag Team Title Tournament. His partner, of course, is Flyin Brian Pillman, and he will be looking for momentum heading towards that Tag Team Title Tournament as he faces the total package Lex Luger for the U.S. Heavyweight Championship in our main event. Don't go away, that match is next. And welcome back to World Championship Wrestling. It is time for our main event as the total package Lex Luger will defend the United States Heavyweight Championship against Flyin Brian Pillman. And there he is, the United States Heavyweight Champion, the total package Lex Luger, who says he should be the #1 contender to the World Heavyweight title. Of course, a big decision is coming from the National Wrestling Alliance Board of Directors very shortly on who will get the next world title match against World Heavyweight Champion Nature Boy Ric Flair. But for the time being, the total package will defend the title, and here he is tonight against Flyin Brian Pillman. And Flyin Brian has had a few opportunities to capture the U.S. Heavyweight title. He had that shot at Halloween Havoc, and the ring savviness of the total package won him that contest. But Flyin Brian has impressed the championship committee here in the National Wrestling Alliance and has been given this title opportunity as our main event on tonight's program. And there he is, of course, from Chicago, Illinois, 275 pounds, the U.S. Heavyweight Champion, the total package Lex Luger. So the former Cincinnati Bengal going at it with the former Nittany Lion. And the referee cautioned bell and the collar and elbow tie-up. Luger working the arm of Pillman. Luger using the size to his advantage. 275 pounds, and I don't think there's an ounce of fat on that body as he shoves Pillman down to the mat. But Pillman fights back with a kick to the midsection, and a neck breaker. Down goes Luger. It would be wise for Brian Pillman to wear down a body part of the package, because Luger can defeat you in many ways as he runs and nails a drop kick from behind on Pillman. Oh, and Luger has Pillman up and down with a gorilla press slam as the package, look at that arrogance, the cockiness, the let's just call it the self-esteem of the total package, and a power slam off the ropes, and Brian Pillman's in trouble. Luger goes for the cover, and he may regret that. Lets Pillman up and out. When a big clothesline takes Pillman down, this match has been all Luger in the early going. But Pillman, taking advantage of the arrogance of Luger, fires back from behind, and a knee to the midsection. And a crossbody takes Luger down on top, but Luger kicks out. 1990 can be the year that Brian Pillman takes that next step up. He debuted less than a year ago in the NWA, finds himself as a top contender to the US title, but now finds himself being pinned, kicks out at 1. I expect fully Brian Pillman to take that next step. And 1990, look out, could be the year of Air Pillman, as Luger, with a little bit of air arsenal, off of the second turnbuckle with a shoulder block, and now has a headlock on Flyin Brian. Again, Luger using his size and strength to his advantage, but Pillman has the speed. And Lex Luger wants that NWA World Heavyweight title. He has said it on many occasions that he doesn't care who the champion is. He feels he is the top contender. Up and over the power slam. Referee counts 1, and a kick out at 1 by Pillman. But Luger is so focused on winning the World Heavyweight title, he needs to also defend his United States title. And that could work in Brian Pillman's favor tonight as he goes for the cover again, 2! And a kick out at 2, and Luger wondering what he has to do to put Brian Pillman away. Pillman catches him and nails a punch in the midsection. Pillman trying to fight back. Kick to the midsection. Picks up Luger and spikes him down with a pile driver. Luger in trouble for the first time really in this contest as Pillman trying to make a comeback. Picks up Luger. Front face lock. Pillman now in control. Drapes Luger against the ropes. And shoves Luger out of the ring. Pillman setting up Luger. Pillman running off the ropes, through the ropes and dives, and nails Luger on the outside. Here's a replay, check this out. Air Pillman flying through the ropes, takes out the total package. And the fans are screaming, this is awesome, and I tend to agree. As Pillman picks up Luger, get him back in the ring, cover him, win the U.S. title, a neck breaker on the floor, and the referee has begun to count. What high intense action here in the NWA, and a big chop takes Luger down. Pillman can feel it, he's in control. The referee's count is up to 6 as Pillman throws Luger back in. Can he pin him? He needs to go for the cover, but instead Pillman rolls him over. We're going to have a new champion. 1, 2, no, a kick out of 2 by Luger. And Pillman wasted a little too much time there, celebrating to the fans. But he is still in control, stomping away on the total package. And Luger, for the first time in this contest, finds himself in dire straits as Pillman throws Luger down to the mat. Off the ropes again, and a big splash! Goes for the cover! Referee was out of position! 1, 2, and 3, no! Luger kicks out! Oh man, we're talking about a heartbeat away from a new U.S. champion, and I think if the referee was in position, we would have had one. As Luger, firing away, is met with an elbow. Back and forth, these two men fighting for the U.S. title in the DDT by Pillman. Pillman now climbing up to the top rope, looking to put the package away. Will we have a new U.S. heavyweight champion? Pillman leaps. Oh, and a crossbody caught by Luger. Luger now has Pillman. Oh, and slammed against the ropes and down on the lower back. Luger now in control again. Oh, and a running clothesline takes Pillman down. Goes for the cover, retains. 1, 2, and no! Pillman kicks out. Pillman kicks out. And the fans here at Center Stage in Atlanta, Georgia are on their feet. They're thinking we're going to see a new U.S. heavyweight champion. And these two men, oh, and a knee to the head by Pillman. Back and forth this contest has gone. Both men, I thought, had chances to win this match. And both men kicked out. Luger now looking to retain. And a kick out at 1 by Pillman. And Luger now has Pillman and bring him in via suplex and down the lower back of Flyin Brian. Luger going for the cover. Referee counts. 2 and a kick out at 2. You have to admire the heart of Flyin Brian Pillman. This kid will not give up as he is thrown hard into the turnbuckle. Luger staying on top of Flyin Brian. And a big right hand knocks Pillman down. The former Bengal in trouble. 1, 2, and a kick out again at 2. And Pillman, he's showing us all the dedication, the heart of a champion. All he needs is the championship to show it. Luger going for another power slam, but Pillman reversing out of it. Throws Luger into the turnbuckle. And Pillman can feel the U.S. title coming to him. Picks up Luger, has him to the World DDT. Nails Luger, goes for the cover, new champion crowned. Referee counts 1, 2, no, a kick out of 2 by Luger. The action is so fast-paced, it's to the World DDT off the top rope. But Luger, with an elbow, fires back with the clothesline, takes Pillman down. And here it comes, the torture rack. Pillman in trouble. I don't see Pillman as the type who would submit, but he's trying to do everything he can to position his body and not give up. Luger has it locked in. Pillman trying to escape. And Pillman with a series of right hands to the back of the head of Luger. Pillman's out. Open is met with a kick by Luger in the midsection. That may have been a low blow. The referee didn't see it. And Luger now going for the cover. Will he retain via low blow? 1, 2, and no, a kick out again by Pillman. Luger missed that shot. Throws Pillman up and over the top rope. We are being told we need to take a timeout. We will be right back with the conclusion of this match. Don't go away. We'll be right back into this quick timeout. Welcome back. The referee was taken out inadvertently by Brian Pillman, who's letting Luger back to his feet. Pillman leaps and nails the crossbody, but the referee is still down. Luger put the referee in front of him as Pillman was making his way back into the ring. Pillman has the U.S. title won, but the referee's down. Goes for the cover, and Pillman realizes the referee is not in position to count. So Pillman choking out Luger. Pillman feels the U.S. title coming to him. Goes for the cover again. This time the referee's up. 2, 3, no! Luger kicks out at the last second. And Pillman picking up Luger, who shows Pillman down with a shoulder block. Pillman twice in this contest had the U.S. title won, that time definitely. As Luger threw the referee in front of him when Pillman was making his way back into the ring. And Luger, with a big right hand, goes for the cover. 1, Pillman makes it to the ropes. And the ropes have come into play as Luger retained the title against Pillman before by putting his feet on the ropes for leverage. And Luger throws Pillman hard across the turnbuckle. Snapmare takeover. Down goes Pillman. Luger climbing the second turnbuckle, nails an Irwin knee drop across the throat. Pillman in trouble. But Pillman fights back, going for another DDT. Oh, and a low blow. The referee didn't see that. A low blow by Luger on Pillman. Throws Pillman into the ropes. Turns Pillman around. And then roll up from behind, but Pillman's hands under the rope. Referee doesn't see it. 3. Oh, man, Luger retains the U.S. title. The referee did not see Pillman's arm underneath the rope. And let's see if we can get a replay. Oh, and there's some fast and furious action from earlier in the contest as Pillman nailed that shot from between the ropes on the outside floor. Nailed a splash. The referee was out of position. There's a crossbody that was caught by Luger. But Luger rolls up Pillman from behind and gets the victory. The referee did not see Pillman's arm under the ropes. Fans, we thank you for tuning in to Gotmark76 this week, 1990. We'll see you next week. Goodbye, everybody.